Welcome, esteemed guests. We proudly present the entire American Revolution. 40 minutes or less.
Over Britain, King George wanted to control the American colonies.
So the colonists wanted their independence, so they went to war.
The colonists wanted to include the United States of America.
The end.
Wait, we can't act that fast. Yeah, slow it down.
Sorry, we'll have to return to the stage before the crowd.
Can we try this again, shall we?
Yeesh. Come. We begin our story with George III, King of Britain, taxing the American colonies.
Ha ha ha! It was the 1760s, and King George desired to take control of the American colonies.
They had broken from Britain some time ago and were acting like their own country.
Even though they technically still belong to Britain.
Those colonists are nothing but rebels. And if they try to rebel against moi, they shall surely be punished. Hey, King Georgie. What do you want? You know what you are? A tyrant. So you, sir, are a rebel. Well, I'd rather be a rebel than a bully. Oh, well, I shall have to get some of my best soldiers to keep an eye on colonist rebels. Oh, Irving!
Yes, Your Majesty.
I need you to go keep an eye on those colonist rebels for me.
That's over 3,000 miles away. Even more in kilometers.
Stop your insufferable whining and do as I ask. Did you hear that, you colonists? I'm sending over some of my best soldiers to keep an eye on you. Bring it on!
The thousands of British officers headed to the colonies.
Stop, you British soldiers!
We forbid you to cross the lines.
Can't you see that we outnumber you? Can't you see that we outnumber you? Now, behave yourselves. No one will get hurt.
You redcoats need to leave us alone.
We're here to keep an eye on you. We're doing just fine without you.
Yeah!
Things are starting to heat up between the colonists and the British soldiers. You must play by their rules.
We're not playing by any of your rules.
We won't.
Whoa!
Uh-oh, better call the boss.
Hello.
Sir, they say they won't play by our rules.
What? This is an outrage. Let me speak to one of them.
He wants to speak to you.
Yeah? Look here, you rebel. How do you expect the British Empire to go rich and powerful if you do not cooperate? Listen here, Georgie. First, you brought about the Stamp Act. Then the Townsend Act. You're tired of being taxed just so you can get richer and richer. Yeah! Let me speak to Irving. Look here. You get those colonists under control or else.
We will, sir. Whatever you say, sir. It's all paying taxes.
Nothing's wrong with paying taxes, as long as we get a say in how the money's spent.
Taxation is wrong without referendum.
Wrong. Wrong, you don't know. You colonists are impossible. Let's go. Boy.
One cold winter's day, a crowd of colonists gathered in a street in Boston, Massachusetts.
And started singing. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni.
There. What's all this noise?
Just a bit of fun.
Oh, yeah? Well, the king sent us lobster back. I mean us British soldiers to keep the peace. And that's exactly what we demand. Peace.
Stop acting like you own us or I'll throw the snowball at you.
That's a lighted up piece of paper.
This is a little butterfly, so it's technically a snowball.
Don't you dare throw that snowball at me.
Throw it. Throw it. Throw the snowball!
Before we continue the scene, we would like to direct your attention to
What are you doing?
introducing the love story.
Love story?
Yeah. All famous real-life historical events have their own fictional tale of love. The Civil War has Scarlet and Red. The sinking of the Titanic has Rose and Jack. And our story has Floyd and Gertrude.
Oh, Gertrude, I love him to die. You are a British soldier, and I am an American colonist. But Floyd, I
be so. We must love one another. Oh, boy. Oh, Gertrude. Wait, here's some coming.
What's going on over here?
I'm just giving this red coat a piece of my mind. Away with you, you lobster back.
Well, there's a snowball fight going on over there, and I don't want to miss it!
Oh, boy. Text me later. Goodbye.
Meanwhile, the snowball fight had escalated.
Go home, redcoats! Go
home! Oh, come on, guys. Let's just go home and sit by the fire.
Okay. What did you say?
By the fire.
By the what?
By the fire. Fire.
Okay, dead.
Ah!
No! Elizabeth!
Samuel, fire! Samuel, catch. The redcoats are shooting at us.
Elizabeth, wake up!
It's a bloody massacre.
Moments later,
Hello. Samuel Adams here, calling from Boston. Have you seen what your precious soldiers did over here?
I can't see them. You're over 3,000 miles away. Oh my, that's a big mess.
So what are you going to do about it?
I'll tell you what, I'll get rid of all the taxes in the Townsend Act.
The Townsend Act taxed the colonists on things like paper, lead, paint, glass, and tea.
Except for the tea tax. I'll keep the tea tax just so you know who's in control. Ta-ta!
What did His Majesty have to say? He said he'll do away with all the taxes except for the tea tax.
Ring, ring.
Hello, East India Company. Miss Teely speaking. How may I help you?
Miss Teely, it's George. How are things?
Oh, George dear, it's been far too long. What can I do you for?
Look, I know you're struggling. And I also know you have a lot of tea on you.
Get to the point, George.
I can tell the American colonists that they have to buy tea from you. It's a win-win. They get cheaper tea, you earn money, and I get to tax it all.
Oh, George dear, it's a deal. Bye.
Sweet! Ha 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 ha!
So the deal was done.
But the American colonists did not like this plan at all. Look, it's the principle of the thing. If the British Parliament controls who sells us tea, who's to say they won't start demanding that we buy other things from whoever they say? It's just not fair.
Oh, Floyd, I missed you so. Shh! The Sons of Liberty are a secret tradition.
The Sons of Liberty was a secret society.
Formed by the American colonists.
To protect their rights against things like unfair taxation by the British government.
Would you be quiet? We're trying to do a thing here. I'll go with you, my love. No, I can't risk you spilling the beans on what we're up to. I would never ride on the merry-go-round. Oh, Floyd, do be careful. And know that I'll be here when this whole diabolical plan is over. I would kiss you now.
This movie is rated G.
In that case, go now and don't shoot.
The Sons of Liberty took their positions.
The docks in Boston Harbor were dark and quiet on December 16, 1773.
Samuel Adams led his group of some 60 men aboard 3 ships that night and throw the boxes of tea overboard.
These Sons of Liberty were proud of their accomplishment and wanted all the colonies to know what they had done.
And because the internet hadn't been invented yet, they sent trusty Paul Revere out on her horse to spread the news. I said she went out on her horse.
Oh.
And off she went proclaiming the news of what they had done in the Boston Harbor.
Hey, Georgia, we dumped tea into the Boston Harbor to teach Britain a lesson.
Awesome!
Hey, Penny, we dumped tea into the Boston Harbor to teach Britain a lesson.
Nice!
Hey, New York.
And on she went until all of the colonies got wind of what happened in Boston.
Some of the colonies are pleased with the news.
Oh, go on!
Cool.
Now go Great Britain!
Wish I could have been there, but others not so much.
Destroying property.
That's plumb criminal.
This marks the end of law and order.
And the rest of the colonies didn't get any lines in this play.
What?
No fair!
What the hell?
Hey, Paul. Nice horse.
Now Britain's really seeing red.
Ooh, I'm really seeing red now. Oh, Irving!
Right, Tisa.
I need you to relay a message to the rebels for me. Tell them that they cannot have any more town meetings. Well, what are you waiting for? Go tell them.
Oh. You can't have any more town meetings.
And that they closing the Boston Harbor until the destroyed tea is paid for.
And we're closing the Boston Harbor until the destroyed tea is paid for.
And putting their Massachusetts colony under British Army rule. No! That's what you get messing when you mess with King George. Ring, ring.
Hello?
I'm sending more guards to keep an eye on you. Ta-ta.
Hello? Hello? He makes me so mad. This is an outrage. These acts are intolerable. So intolerable that we will call them the intolerable acts.
The colonists decided to take action. Every colony except for Georgia sent men to Philadelphia.
Sorry.
In September 1774, 56 men met in secret.
These men included John Adams, Patrick Henry,
And George Washington.
this was the very first meeting of the Continental Congress.
We will concentrate Great Britain.
We shall form our very own fighting groups.
And we shall call them militias!
Militias!
Oh, Floyd, I've missed you so. Why you cut that?
I'm what we call this cold. A minute.
What's up?
We're soldiers that must be ready to fight for the
Forget all this nonsense. Let's run off together and be married.
Dirty! I love you, but I must do what I must do. My country needs me.
I should the British beat you up, Concord, then that.
The British are heading to Concord?
Yes. They are going to arrest rebel leaders and destroy the weapons you have stored there.
Well then, we should have the Britons to do away with some soldiers.
Stop! When will I see you again?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a...
Stop. I'm sorry. Wrong war.
Sorry. Goodbye, my lord. Until we meet again.
Bye.
That night, around 700 British soldiers prepared to march toward Concord, Massachusetts.
The three colonists, Paul Revere, William Dawes, and Samuel Prescott, met in secret.
Well, the British are planning an attack on Concord.
Hey Sam, the British are planning an attack on Concord.
Hey, Paul! The British are planning an attack on Concord.
We must ride our horses to the countryside and warn the people.
But I have a broomstick.
Then you ride your broomstick and we'll ride our horses.
Hey look! I'm Harry Potter.
Paul, you head up to Medford. I'll ride through the Cambridge area. And Will, you take the Roxbury Brooklyn route.
Right, you get those dimensions for the last thing you do.
And you're not Harry Potter. And so the three men were off for Lexington and Concord to warn the people of the British soldiers' approach. The British are coming! The British are coming!
The British troops are planning an attack on Concord.
Dumbledore believes in me.
We need all Minutemen to report.
The British are coming! The British are coming!
This is where the British are planning to attack. We'll be ready. Up here! Fire! Pew!
You make me do that.
Bang!
Oh, you got me! You got me! You got me!
Different battles between the British and the colonists continued on and on for 8 long years. During the winter months, the cold and the snow made it impossible to fight. No special effects, so the troops had to wait till the spring thawed to start fighting again.
Boy, is that you? Kurt, you look so cold. The winter's hard.
Good news, I've become a loyalist.
A loyalist? Oh my darling, I'm so proud of you, a loyalist. Just one question. What's a loyalist?
A loyalist is a colonist.
I got this. A loyalist is a colonist who doesn't want to be separated from the nation. I like loyalists. They're my friends. I think being separated from the king is a big mistake.
Are you sure you're not telling me this just to get on my good side?
Watch, I'll prove it. Hey sir, there's some Minutemen hiding over there along with some beef. Also, since your horse broke, died,
Here's me. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah!
Oh, Floyd, it is true.
That's enough, Marsh.
Fine. Let's get on to the Battle of Bunker Hill. See if I care.
Thanks for giving away the next scene. We will now move on to the Battle of Bunker Hill.
The British Army was trapped in Boston.
Oh no, we're trapped in Boston! Ah!
See?
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you British General Thomas Gage.
I have decided to take control of the hills around Boston.
I get it. So the colonists won't shoot at us from the hills.
Bingo.
But the colonial militia got wind of this plan.
Guess what? I hear they're planning an attack on Bunker Hill.
Well, we must go and protect Breed's Hill.
I thought you said that they're planning an attack on Bunker Hill.
Read the history books. The battle took place on Breed's Hill.
Then why did history name it the Battle of Bunker Hill?
Anyway, we'll destroy those redcoats. One for all and all for one.
Break! Wait, I thought it was the Three Musketeers.
Oh, be quiet.
On June 17th, British soldiers ready to attack ran up Breed's Hill where the colonists waited.
Charge!
Hey!
Sorry, guys. That gunfire scared me. Let's try this again, shall we?
The British soldiers mustered up their courage and tried again.
Ready?
Yeah.
Charge! Won't be able to do better. Next time, I promise. I won't be scared. Let's try this
It's time
again,
to try it again one more
shall
time.
we?
Alright, I have some good news and some bad news.
Here's the good news.
I really like your socks.
Aw, thanks. What's the bad news, though?
We're out of ammunition.
Oh, darn it. And here comes the redcoats again.
Everyone, play dead!
Whoa! The militia never play dead.
Darn it. Okay, guys, you heard the lady.
Dead done.
As you can see, the British won the Battle of Breed's Hill.
Bunker Hill!
Bunker Hill, even though it took place at Breed's Hill.
Over 150 colonists lost their lives that day.
And more than 200 British soldiers were killed.
Oh.
We must end this conflict before it gets out of hand. We must send this olive branch petition to the king. Who would like to send it? Ooh, I will!
Splash, splash, splash. I can't believe that the Navy's Christmas card. Are you seeing yours?
I am.
Telegram.
Telegrams are like text messages, just a whole lot slower.
It's about time they gave me some lines in this play. Dearest King, that's me. Please stop fighting and listen to what we have to say instead. What? Why, this is just an open rebellion against Britain. This means war! Well, go tell them. This means war!
What, no yet?
Go! Splash, 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 splash.
Charge!
Well, what did grumpy old king have to say? Hey, I heard that.
He said, this means war! Okay, everybody, clear the stage. Back in the colonies of July 4, 1776, Congress approved the Declaration of Independence.
Copies of this new declaration were made and delivered to all the colonies. Everyone would know exactly what it said.
extra real that the Declaration of Independence has been adopted by Congress. Extra real that the colonies are breaking away from British control and becoming the United States of America. Extra.
By late August of 1776, under the leadership of the General George Washington, American soldiers called patriots were ready to fight in this revolution.
On August 27th was the earliest battles of the Revolutionary War on Long Island, New York.
Approximately 10,000 patriots from the colonies faced 20,000 British soldiers.
The patriots were badly beaten.
Not long after, other battles were lost by the patriots.
By that October, the British Army controlled New York.
Guys, did you hear that? We control New York. I'll try it into to see, kids probably show for free. Hell damn.
The British Army drove General Washington and his men across the Hudson River.
Washington crossing the Delaware? That makes me want to sing a song. Well, the scene is acting out behind me. Row, 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 you're going across the Delaware. General George and all his men finally made it there. Once they reached the water's edge, the Hessians they surprised.
Roll faster!
They were caught off by the surrender flag didn't rise. Raise. Well, what do you think of that?
It was just awful.
Well, I never. Hello? Does this mean we're breaking up? Wait.
On January the 3rd, 1777, the Patriots defeated the British Army in Princeton, New Jersey.
They finally had needed supplies such as food.
I have the Doritos!
Weapons
I have the lightsabers!
and shoes.
I have the Nikes.
Most importantly, they had hope.
Hey, boys. Hey, look, guys, hope.
And now, here comes the turning point of the war. Drum roll, please.
We don't have a drum, just go.
In June 1777, General John Burgoyne led thousands of men from Canada to New York.
That's me, she's talking about me.
Be quiet and do your scene.
Okay. General Burgoyne called up his old buddy General Howe, who's fighting his way through Philadelphia. Ring, ring. Hello? What's up, Howe?
Good morning. Hello, chap. Yes, I'm fighting my way to Philadelphia.
Listen, we need to work together to kick some patriot booty. I've got about... How many of there are you?
8,000.
8,000 guys here ready to go.
Okay, I'll meet you in Saratoga. Look, I'm in the middle of a battle right now. So let's get up front. Bang, bang! I got you. Slow down.
Okay. Okay, men, let's go to Saratoga. Coming, sir.
On it.
Roger that.
Wait, what's that?
Black Tiger.
Oh, great. Now it's going to take us forever to get to Saratoga. Hart, grab a jack and let's get the scene.
For once, we finally have more troops than the British.
It's not fair. We have wagon trouble.
Haven't you heard? All's fair in love and war. Let's get 'em, men.
Wait!
Hello?
Where are you? You're supposed to be heading to Saratoga.
Oh dear. Sorry, old boy. You decided to go to Burger King instead.
You decided to go choose Burger King over Burgoyne? Burgoyne's some friend you turned out to be.
So the Patriot soldiers and the British soldiers fought.
General Burgoyne surrendered.
We surrender!
Round flag.
Oh. We surrender! Alright, let's go.
Thought we're dead.
Seriously? I'm so sorry. Can you do us a favor and cover your eyes real quick? Okay, I can't see. Come on. British. Some people can't suspend the disbelief. I mean, really, they've been doing it for the whole play.
The British defeat at Saratoga was the turning point that changed the entire outcome of the war.
News of the Patriots' victory at Saratoga reached Paris, France.
Who is that? Who's Benjamin Franklin talking to? A Frenchman? Good thing I can read lips.
I would consider it a great favor if you could help our patriot soldiers win this war.
Oui, France has now realized that you Americans might just be British after all.
So, can you help us?
Oui, let's false.
Come, we'll spend the afternoon flying a kite.
Oui.
Yes, you get it. French.
Just as I thought. Franklin's gotten the French involved. We're dead ducks now. Where's my Alka-Seltzer?
The winter of 1777 and 78 was a harsh and cold one.
General George Washington and his men tried to stay as warm as possible by gathering around fires at Valley Forge, Pennsylvania.
They lived in tents full of holes.
Clothes and shoes were in short supply.
Food was scarce.
Diseases spread quickly among the soldiers.
Many died from illnesses such as typhoid, influenza, and smallpox.
However, that cold winter was also a time when the American army practiced their fighting tactics and became an even stronger fighting force.
The war moved south.
Spain also stepped in to help the American army.
Is that a Frenchman speaking to a Spaniard? Has the world gone mad? You are my good friend.
You're my good friend.
So will you help out the American amigos?
See, we will lend Patriots money, as well as close the port to New Orleans, and New Orleans to Great Britain, and open it for the American ships.
We will celebrate this by flying a kite. Hey, Ben, you got an extra kite?
I come.
Now that Spain has stepped in, no matter what, we shall remain strong.
And they did remain strong,
All right.
but not for long.
Darn it.
The moment of truth had finally come.
In order to win the war, both armies needed a victory.
General Cornwallis led British soldiers into Yorktown, Virginia.
My dear friend James Armistead, don't tell anyone, but we're awaiting British boats for supplies. Remember, what was the word?
Mum's the word.
James Armistead, as you can see by the way he was dressed, was a spy and delivered this secret plan to the Patriot leader, the Monarchy de la Fête.
Psst, don't look at me.
Got any information?
The British are getting some supplies from New York.
Great. I will notify the French Navy of this information. Anything else?
The fish at 10th Street Market are fresh today.
Thank you, Armistead.
My spy name is Fred Flintstone.
Thanks, Fred.
Suddenly, French warships were on the way to America and found their way to the Virginia coast.
British warships sailed down the coast from New York.
The Battle of Chesapeake was the definite Navy battle of the war.
Prepare yourselves for the deafening sounds of our cannon.
Oh yeah, prepare yourselves for deafening sounds of Hopkins.
Take that! Both sides fought hard as balloons and cannons were fired night and day.
But the British army was defeated.
The Patriot and French troops marched south from New Jersey together and surrounded the British troops.
For 11 days, both sides fought non-stop.
Cornwallis, the British general, sent a runner, gave up and sent a runner to surrender to Washington.
George Washington, General Cornwallis told me to bring this white flag to you. In the Paris, France, the Treaty of Paris, the end of the Revolutionary War, was officially signed in 1783. The colonies were on their journey at last to become their own country, the United States of America. The end.
Well, we succeeded in telling the entire American Revolution in 40 minutes or less.
31.5 minutes, to be exact.
And now it is off to Steak and Shake. Good night, folks. You've been a great audience. Bye.
Gertrude, did you hear? The war is finally over.
We can finally be married and get on with our lives together.
Yes, and the brand new United States will live.
You mean back in Britain?
I'm not moving back to Britain.
I'm not staying.
We're not even married yet, and you already tried to change.
I don't think you love me at all.
Don't turn your back on me when I'm talking to you. Come back here, Gertrude.